I've recently seen online that UK lyricists who called themselves UK rappers are calling out US artists because there is a feeling that UK rappers aren't given the respect and attention they feel they deserve. Giggs, the UK rapper, posted something online saying that the people who were actually doing this aren't even considered as UK rappers and are more grime orientated.
You're not fucking rappers, let's cut the crap.
Giggs is 100% right, and grime artists shouldn't be speaking for UK rap. However, to generalize a little, I believe it's fair to say or to even have a category for UK lyricists which is slightly different. With that all being said, I'm seeing talks about the UK's top 10 versus the US top 10, and so I started to think, let's put aside the blurred lines between grime drill in UK rap and let's just say UK lyricists for argument's sake. I had to think about 10 US artists who I rate very, very highly. We first have to eliminate the dead. Eazy-E, Big Daddy Kane, Jam Master Jay, Big L, Big Punisher, The Notorious B.I.G., Tupac Shakur, Proof, Prodigy, DMX. So that's 10 dead rappers who could more than likely be considered for the top 10 US rappers. So without some of the greatest of all time, the list of options starts to look like Nas, Method Man, Eminem, 50 Cent, Jadakiss, LL Cool J, Rakim, Ice Cube, Snoop, The Game, Twista, Luda, Mos Def, Talib, Lil Zane, Be Real from Cypress Hill, Busta Rhymes, Lloyd Banks, Kendrick, Common, Guru, Redman, even Treach of Naughty by Nature. There were also artists that, despite being exceptional, never did reach the heights. Rappers like Mason Shine and even Black Rob, who also died. Or one-offs rappers like Bubba Sparxxx. There were also fantastic rappers who didn't necessarily break an international market but were still great rappers like The Outlaws and Scarface, Richie Rich, even Warren G, and Young Buck, Tony Yayo, Fat Joe, Spliff Star, Rah Digga, Raekwon, Ghostface, Keith Murray, Eric Sermon. The list goes on. I haven't mentioned Lil Wayne as I'm not a fan, or Master P or Akon or T.I., or Cameron. I haven't mentioned Jay-Z because I don't like him at all. He is probably one of the best freestylers and lyricists of all time, but I don't like him, and so in the words of one of the only Jay-Z songs I like, can I get a f*** you? This could continue for a while because quite simply there is an abundance of exceptional US rappers and has been over the last 50 years. I then started to think about my UK 10, feeling that merging all categories would probably be necessary in order to put forward the best UK artists to be able to compete with America. Number 1, always start with Kano. I'm not sure if I get him more because of the generation and the age similarity, but for me there is no one even close to Kano. Yet even in the UK, he's just not seen in that way, only gaining recognition after acting in Top Boy. My opinion is simply that he is the only lyricist from the UK that could be put amongst the US top 10. Number 2 and number 3 are SAS Mega and Mayhem. 2 rappers I went to school with. They are 2 rappers who are again almost unheard of in the UK, unless you are into underground UK rap. These boys are not even recognized as the pioneers for UK rap, despite being recognized in the United States by many rappers as exactly that. They were the first 2 UK artists to go to the States and actually try to make it as rappers, at a time when this was unheard of, and being around people like Damon Dash and Kanye, Busta Rhymes, Cameron and more. They have a more US flow than most UK rappers and have incredible use of lyrics, and unlike the grime artists claiming not enough respect, the 2 London boys actually are the ones in need of respect and recognition for paving the way. Giggs is also rated in the US, and although I might not have been the biggest fan of his music or his style, I do like and massively rate and respect him. On his day, I also believe Stormzy can be amazing. Dave Wiley. And now this is the part where I pause, desperately trying to think of an artist who was even half decent. I can think of people like Central C, Chip, Digger, and more, but I wouldn't even put them in the category of lower-tier US rappers like The Outlaws and the Scarfaces, etc. There is no competition. I do like Professor Green, and a random off-key shout who I rated was Miss Dynamite. In her early days as a lyricist, she was ridiculous. Another off-key option would actually be Dappy. I'm not and have never been a fan. I didn't really like him or N-Dubs, and maybe he's not even a great lyricist, but opinions are subjective and I respect him. I think Americans would prefer his sound. I would try to pull Kanye Bus out of the woodwork, who is an old rapper affiliated with Def Jam, claiming him as a UK artist as he had Bournemouth ties. But the facts are that simply, we do not, and we cannot, compete in the same way we think we can against US artists, although we could probably put out a top 5 who could compete. But unfortunately, after that for the UK, it would end. But, and there is a but. As Giggs mentioned in his posts, UK is recognised. We could probably put out 5 artists that could compete with the US, when 25 years ago it would have been unheard of. So UK rappers, artists, lyricists, keep working hard. Stop putting out shit music. There is too much, below average bullshit, saturating music, especially in these genres. If you want to gain respect in the music industry, put the work in and graft a bit, and until that day comes, respect the people that laid down the blueprints. Respect the people that made it possible for you or anybody to be an artist in this category. Respect people like Eminem, who made it possible for anyone of any color to be seen for a skill. Big Zoo. I was shocked. First of all, I was shocked anybody thinks they can battle Eminem. I have to make the point that if it's a marketing plan, it's genius, and has elevated my opinion of Zoo. Second of all, I was shocked at how good Big Zoo's bars actually were.
Little hillbilly, I will turn your daughter to a big brainer. ZW in the war, no disclaimer. Did the thing that I can rap cause I'm an entertainer, and I'ma show you how you take out a Hall of Famer. There's no point in a rap battle, you'll just lose it. You was talking about little boys and just lose it. You had this big obsession with MJ so much they had to go buy the rights to your music. Didn't think I can do this, I shouldn't have Zoo sick. Every week I'm a champion, every rap like I'm sick. I can break down the whole game, twist it up like a Rubik's. It's manning time. Come here, USA, sit on my lap. And let me break it down why we're actually your dads. They love to cap and act that the UK can't chat, but the fact is you use English when you rap now. There's a couple things you can use on the chat, like I'm fat and how I eat food on the can, but I'll burn the boy, then I'll have the last laugh. Company 8 figures from water in the can, but your whole career's about how you're a shit dad. That you're a white boy, he wish that he'd been black. For the Eminem show, I'll kill him and sit back. You lose yourself if you try come with a diss track. I'm overweight, me versus slim is a mismatch. On the Eminem show, I'll kill him and sit back. You lose yourself if you try come with a diss track. I'm overweight, me versus slim is a mismatch. I'm not afraid of crashing the donkey to kick back, cause your little stand's getting upset on the TikTok. But I fly Haley to come sit on my big. You're gonna need a doctor for when I.
Funnily enough, I think his style and flow would massively work in the US, but I don't think highly of anyone who is of the opinion that they think they are better than someone like Eminem and keeps saying it. Good publicity plan, even genius. But keep your feet on the ground and know your position. You done a track that actually slaps, so you don't need to keep saying you don't rate him. There can be a genius plan that works without the need to be disrespectful. Come on Zoo, you aren't a disrespectful person. With all being said, we can't just turn up and after 5 minutes expect to be able to compete with and disrespect a 50-year legacy. I'm sure there are many rappers in the UK who can put down some bars that could be amazing, but that doesn't give anyone the right to. In a boxing match, both fighters earn their place in the ring. Lightweights don't call out heavyweights, and both fighters deserve the opportunity and both are at the same level. What UK artists deserves to stand in a ring with Eminem? Okay, I get that may be unfair, so how about someone I dislike? Who in the UK can stand with Jay-Z? Who can stand next to Nas? Kanye? Method Man, LL Cool J, Snoop, 50, Ice Cube? No UK artist has earned the right to stand in the ring with any of the above. Even 10 rappers from anywhere in the world, dead or alive, can't compare with 10 dead US artists.